recall the days when the whole house would smell like lemon bleach. Crisp mornings with the shutters pulled back and the sun beyond your face, head laid along the cusp of a weathered old couch. To saunter through mist clouds spit by spray bottles that sting your eyes and smell too strong but still appeal to you through the sensory. Moments that feel like they've been tinted in yellow, like time has stopped, so long as you stay on your family's sun-warmed leather couch. July days, when the sun bursts through windows before 6 o'clock, cozily blind to your mother scrubbing kitchen counters with soap and towels, content to lay in the sun's rays and the haze of lemon bleach.
Lost all ambition, worthy of claim.
Remix. Green, black, oolong, chamomile. I find that these things give me extreme comfort within these bizarre times. My slanted cherry headphones, a stack of battered black computers, these are a few of the injured goods that I own. Bee balm, black leaf clovers, and alfalfa are the seeds I choose to sow within the fabric of my backyard soil. These are the things that are currently within my life, and I hope that they'll stay.
I'm a puppet on a string, Tracy Island, time travel.
Of muses. The artist speaks of the muse like a mother recalls her child's first breath, just as a woman shares her final words with her husband on his deathbed. I used to believe the muse was surely something fashioned up by some pretentious painter, studied by prestigious professors in schools I will never belong in. Ross Baldwin believed, without a muse, an artist is simply a madman shouting at the stars. My muse mends that gap between reality and endless creation. I asked the muses why they thought I was deserving of mine. My muse is crafted by dying stars, a mosaic forged in such passion and love. He makes Aphrodite wonder what her purpose is. I still wonder what strings Erato and Cleo pulled to gift me my muse's kiss on canvas. What celestial being Urania had to pry to get me a muse of stardust and wonder. Baldwin believed, without a muse, an artist is simply a madman shouting at the stars. Dali had Gala, Warhol had Eddie, and I have a mosaic pieced together by all 9 muses.
I never thought that it'd be so simple, but I found a way! I found a way!
2. May you forget dead lambs and breathing tubes and nursing homes no one visits. Empty flower vases left to sit. May is awfully forgettable.
This ain't goodbye for real now. This ain't goodbye for real. Don't wanna see you cry now. Don't wanna see your tears.
Repentance. My God, have I learned how to say sorry? I once bottled my apologies and let them drip like so much grenadine to color insincerity. Offered them like so much snake oil, but nowadays they are less elixir and more dandelion seeds. All it takes to blow them from my lips is a cold breeze or shoulder. So they might become scattered rosaries on the wind, and may they grow where they are planted. As I approach another kind of youngness, I have dropped all shields. I have no battles left to fight that cannot be won on bended knees, asking for forgiveness.
My life is sweet like cinnamon, like a fucking dream I'm living in.
How do you like me now? I grew up in the perimeter that separates a 30-acre wood from a house that is now white but used to be green, where birds come and go and the feeder remains gluttoned. I've been visited by pastors and twisted ministries. I've learned that the best afterlife made for me is none at all, because I've sworn off the God that made me feel like I needed one. There are better ways to become eternal, and there always have been. I've been overthrown by kings who wouldn't accept being anything less than player one, the top bunk, the anchor man, the MVP. But that's okay, because with connections to royalty, you can get your hands on some pretty nice pyrite. Well, until your majesty needs a paperweight or a doorstopper. Even those closer to my rank that I've come to know still recognize the importance of a knight compared to a jester. I've tasted cinnamon, enveloped myself in sugar, and settled for 50% cacao when I learned that leaving a pizzeria for a bakery doesn't completely turn bitter things sweet. I've learned that not everybody likes my front lawn or beaches with roaring water. But like a large-billed puffin, I can only bob in the water and watch other birds pass by. I don't need to swim away anymore. I have those who float with me.
When I was a little girl, I had this special little place where I'd spend most of my time. It was a large row of bushes that separated my yard from my neighbor's. And I remember when spring started, yellow little flowers would grow on them. And then when summer peaked, they would fall into the grass, and kids around the neighborhood would come over and help me make flower stew with sticks we found. My favorite part was the dugout tunnel I made. It was filled with twigs and little animals that would scurry around inside. I used to have so many adventures in that tunnel. I remember I would imagine myself traveling through dimensions, or I would go on a wild safari with Indiana Jones. Or I'd even pretend it was my own house and set up a beach chair with a bucket as a table. It's like my own personal heaven, where I could be alone and just be a kid. But as I grew older, the bushes grew larger. They started to cover my lawn with huge roots. And I was forced to watch as strange men tore my bushes apart. They took away my home. They took away memories of escaping temples and bandits. They took away the dimensions I'd traveled to. They took away everything my childhood was and more. I didn't understand how anyone could do something like that. Why someone would force such a change onto me. I thought it was unfair. They didn't have the right. But I guess I learned something that day. Sometimes we don't have the choice but to change. Sometimes we need change. And even though we want to fight it, throw rocks and stones at it, it's inevitable to avoid. Sometimes we even need change, because if change never happens, we would all still be those little kids in our backyards, yearning for fantasies that'll never happen. We never grow into adults. We never know what responsibility is. Change is something we can't avoid. We just have to let it happen.
I am the glob glow gab galab, the schwabble double wobble gabble flibber blabber blab. I'm full of schwibble glibber kind.
1. The apathy that accompanies me, lining the walls of my throat, twining my windpipe, is more of a security blanket than self-preservation will ever be. Nothing is what churns in my stomach acids, boiling until the taste is on the back of my tongue. Highways have started looking lewd, and I go to sleep feverish. Morning breath sticks around, and I know what these words mean, and I don't want to be remembered. There's nothing under the skin I've shed, nothing but silent waves, crashing and breaking. When I was younger, I liked going to the beach at night. The salty air caught my lungs when I held my breath. It felt as though I were being eaten alive, and I came to my own conclusions. Nailing myself down to being literal is hard, even with pins. I get disoriented within my own lines. So, I've chosen to drown myself and re-emerge, thin, wavering in the latency of oceans that have yet to draw back, and waves that have crashed. I don't mind spelling out that I'm not living. It's such a beautiful thing.
Tales in the Grass. Where woodland creatures reside, where birds fly over the heads of the trees, where the meadow breaks the dense foliage to reveal a small ray of sunshine over a small herd of white-tailed deer. The meadow has grass the color of emeralds, the dirt that is firm yet somehow soft, purposely smooth, not for the animal den, scattered across its surface. Cutting through the meadow is a small stream, knocking on the crayfish's home, each little rock lifted up by the stream's might. The stream is the place where the animals can come to take their drinks, a public pool for the squirrels and birds. All this beauty bundled up into a small few yards. But when people come along, it all just becomes tales in the grass.
Amphibian people. Blink and you might miss glossy olive skin, outmatched by the eminence of maple leaves in a few months' time, rendered as muddy soot beneath my hiking boots. Like a chameleon, amphibian people only shift to walk among the gray men, business casual in a museum of floral decor, falling into the trap, wasting away as mere cobblestone. I reach for your viscid fingers, axed with age. Let us gulp slugs and pop roly-polies, and gawk at houseflies. How many amphibian people have gone wayward to the wind? Together on this oak, those who are warm-blooded are often glacial to the touch.
Rock, and they be lining down the block just to watch what I got. It's so delicious.
Firestarter. I want to write angry poems again. I want to forge metaphors from fury. I want to spit alliterative adjectives. I want to stitch stanzas out of ire. I want to weave lyrical righteousness from injustices. I want to stoke my flame with headlines I tore out of the daily paper and twist epigraphs from the smoke. I want my blood to boil. I want my heart to race against my sharp mouth. I want my face to turn that Irish crimson that speaks of generations of fists and fighting. I want to pull a rumpled stiltskin, rend gold from red-hot youth and rage. But I'm tired. My trigger hair pulls the string for tears instead of temper. I watch too much CNN, fall asleep to CNN, dream of CNN news tickers and Anderson Cooper. My journal sits untouched and my pen untouchable. I rattle in the wind of what used to be my storm, and I am too empty. I am too young. I cannot have burnt myself out like this, but everyone I talk to now is tired, and all I have for them are embers, and old poems, and blank pages